What would you say to someone who fears public speaking?
Well, for sure, you would consider that it is absolutely normal to have a fear of public speaking. When I was at first grade, I had a theatrical sketch where every classmate was the student and I was the teacher, the coach, and giving answers to them. I remember I had a very long sketch to memorize, and I was working with my mother for hours and hours every single day for about 2 weeks to memorize everything. And there was a single moment right about the end of the sketch that I forgot one line. Of course, there were hundreds of parents watching, and I felt really, really bad. I was so ashamed, and I couldn't remember what I was about to say. And from that moment on, someone would say there was like a scar, and it would prohibit me to speak publicly ever again, most probably. But then there was another moment, I think it was 2012 or something like that. I was in London for a Joel Roberts event. The event was called The Language of Impact. And what happened then, everybody was preparing their own pitch, and I had my own pitch almost ready, but for sure I wasn't ready to speak in public about it. So what happened was Joel touched my shoulder as I was sitting by the aisle, and he told me, like, he whispered, like, "You're next." So my heart started pounding, and I realized that in a few moments I will be up there speaking in public about what was putting my heart on fire for sure, but definitely something that was still reluctant to share publicly. So what happened was I got up, I picked the microphone, and Joel asks me to sing in front of everyone the Greek national anthem, in Greek of course. And that was, for me, it was like hell. I wasn't expecting that at all, but for some reason, I took it on and I started singing. And if that was not enough, when I stopped, he asked me to sing one of his favorite Greek songs. Joel Roberts loves Greece and the Greek music, and he asked me to sing one of these songs. And then he asked me this simple question: are you feeling any reluctance to share anything at all ever again in public? And I said, absolutely not. And the third moment, if this will never work for you, if something like that, being accountable and putting yourself on stage will not work for you, I have a third point I want to make. And it's as simple as that. If you still fear public speaking, it is simply because you're still thinking about yourself. So there was a defining moment for me when I realized I care so much more about the impact I make on other people's lives, on my audience's lives, that I stopped caring about how I feel. Speaking in public, of course. Okay? So when I am on stage, I do not care about what they think of me. I only care about how inspired and empowered will they leave the room. So when you think about the others, there is no way you fear about public speaking, because right then and there, you only care about the value you give, and you realize that the more you speak, the more you share your message, the more gratitude you receive from your audience.